Hi, I'm Natalie with Eminence Organic Skincare, and welcome back to another In the Mix. And today is about all those lovely products that will change your life. Yes, you heard me right, products that change your life. Big loaded question, what do you pick? How do you know? There's so much stuff out there. We get a little bit overwhelmed, and sometimes we're just even overwhelmed within our own product selection at home. Well, that's maybe just a personal thing on my end. My cupboard is full of products. So I'm going to do my best for you today in talking about some of the specific products and specific things that you can add to your routine, or maybe things you already have that will just elevate and take your home care routine to a next level. And actually, I'm going to ask a question of all of you out there. I would love to know what product changed your life with Eminence, just so we get a better idea of what's out there, and then we can share with all of the viewers. Okay, I'm just going to make this super easy. I'm going to go down in the category way. So it's like cleansers and toners and work my way down. That way then you'll know where you would actually insert these particular types of products or the exact product into your own home care routine. And you might be surprised, you may already have these at home already. You just need to maybe manage where you're putting it in the routine and when you're using it. So let's just begin with cleansers. There's so many options. We have gel cleansers, there's like transformative cleansers, there's scrubby cleansers. And really, to be honest, when oil cleansers really made a big breakthrough in the industry and we came up with our beautiful Stone Crop cleansing oil, that one literally changed people's lives. I think what changed people's lives the most about it was really wrapping our heads around oil for oil. So oily skins were actually using oil cleansers and wondering, wow, this is actually something that I can benefit from. And also, if you love wearing makeup, so some of you out there might like to be wearing a little bit more makeup, and that's fine because I think it's a great way to express ourselves, but we also still make sure we take it off. So using an oil cleanser is really great for lifting and suspending any of that excess that's sitting on top of the skin. Now, why I'm bringing this up is that it also introduced the beautiful thing called double cleansing method. And if you want to get that extra deep cleanse, but also really good for balancing out the skin, it's not a bad idea, is that you would always start with an oil cleanser first. And the nice thing about oil cleansers, you don't even need to use water. So you can just pump the oil cleanser in. I always warm your stuff up and then apply uncircular motions and then rinse it off or use a warm washcloth. Then you want to follow with a second cleanser. Now you can either use a gel-based cleanser. So we have our Stone Crop cleansing, the Stone Crop gel wash, pardon me, people love that one. Or they can do a little bit of a level up and use a cleanser that has also a little bit of exfoliation. So we have our red currant, but also the mangosteen gel cleanser is really great too. So double cleansing. So things that change your life, oil cleansers, especially our Stone Crop cleansing oil, because you can use it as a double cleansing method or a standalone. So that's what these little, I'll let you know what that looks like. So that's this guy right here, and literally like half a pump is all you need. And remember, just apply directly on. You don't even need to add water to this one. The next, then of course, after we cleanse, we tend to tone. So this is the next step, and that is really just to get everything ready for everything else after that. We've been hearing, I know it's still pretty new, but our amazing mangosteen revitalizing mist, holy crap, you guys have been loving this, and I understand why. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I have a lot of toners or toning steps at home, as you can imagine, probably all of them, and I will have to say, I used all of it, like very quickly. I only didn't use it on my face, but I loved misting this over my body after I got out of the shower, so right before I even put a body lotion on. So I felt like my body mist smells amazing. So definitely changed my life. Why? Because I went through the whole thing right away. I usually mix and match, and I dedicated a lot of time, and now it is part of my permanent home care routine. So I don't think this one is ever going to leave. But why would it be something that would change your life? Pore minimizing. I think most of us all have to deal with that issue with pores. It seems to be a really top question that we're asked is how do we manage that? This is a beautiful piece to add to your home care routine, and it will change your pores life anyway. There's another toner that you may want to look at as well. It's our beautiful Lime Refresh Tonique. You can kind of see this trend of really bright and fresh and high energy treatment for home care as you change in season, but this one is really vibrant. It adds a lot of energy, and just a little fun tip. Did you know that lime is actually a mood enhancer? So it just actually picks you up. So beautiful piece just to carry with you. And if any of you work around a lot of paper, so either at home or at your work, this is going to be really great to just give you a little kick and a little pick-me-up during the day. And I also usually recommend this one a lot for adolescent skin as well as for men. So this is also a big favorite on that. It's not because it's green, it's because it's really fresh and bright to the skin. So definitely something to consider. In our home care routine, your daily routine, some of us may like to exfoliate daily. So if you want to do that, you want to do something really, really gentle, but very effective. And I know that this product, I wouldn't be surprised if most of you already have this one at home. Where's our beautiful strawberry rhubarb dermafoliant. So this is that powder that you put in, and it will be, you can add it right into your cleansers. You could put a couple shakes of that gel wash right in there, add a little bit of water, and do a really light buff and polish to the skin. But please don't let that limit you. You can also use any of your beautiful creamier or more, I guess it would be just more, feels like more moisturizing to your cleanser. So we have the firm skin, the bright skin, the calm skin, etc. So you can definitely, don't hesitate to use it. And if you don't even feel like using it with a cleanser, just add it with a little bit of water and you get that perfectly buffed and pore refined skin. So you're gonna love this one. And I know it's changed multiple people's lives. I know, especially actually in our office, I think everybody's got the dermafoliant. We talk about it quite often. Big favorite. After we scrub or polish up the skin, what we're doing is we're really opening up the skin for business, right? So we've got everything off. I like to call it exfoliation is almost part of my cleansing of my skin. So whatever I put on next, I'm gonna maximize. So at home, if you are doing, let's say, a whole routine, you wanna go from top to bottom, I would then be going in for a mask. So right after I do my exfoliation, my buffing, and opening up my skin, I'm gonna reach for a mask. I know I've talked about this one a lot because it is one that's changed my life, and I think I'm changing other people's lives by telling them this. So hopefully this one will change your life too. But why I think it's our beautiful, it's our citrus and kale potency mask. It's so fun. I'm gonna open it up because I think you need to see this texture. Now it isn't creamy and it's not a gel, it's kind of somewhere in between, and I like it because it's super lightweight and you only need a little bit on the skin. So that's why it's personally changed my life, because I use this as my my super power facial mask that I do in the mornings. Literally, I wash my face a little bit, then I put this on, brush my teeth, make my coffee, get everything ready, turn on the shower, and then I pop in the shower and then I rinse everything off at once. Why? Oh my gosh, it's tightening, it helps minimize my pores, super bright, minimizes the appearance of my fine lines and wrinkles. I mean, telling you, this is like facelift in the jar. Who wouldn't want this? So life changing, trust me on this one. And it also gives you the green smoothie that you probably don't like to drink, but you can just put on your face. So we have masks. After you finish your mask, now you wanna start putting on everything you wanna keep on the skin for the rest of the day. You're gonna be doing your tone again, and then the life changer, essence. So we have our Birch water purifying essence right here. We have talked a little bit about essence in the past, and I just want to clarify the purpose of an essence. Essence are used always prior to putting on your serums because it's almost like an anchor. So having an essence on the skin first will ensure that anything you put on afterwards is gonna really get to where you want it to do and actually enhance its work. So that is a really good way to enhance your investments. So if you are a serum lover like me, you're gonna wanna maximize the benefits of your serums, and essence is a really great way to do that. And how do you use them and when do you use them? Well, let's see. At home, you would start, so you'd finish your mask or your cleanse, then you would do the spritz of your tone. In this case is the Mangosteen Revitalizing Mist. Then you would then apply the essence. So I'm gonna just do a quick little demo here because it doesn't come with a spray, so it can be a little bit different or awkward, but it's really not that difficult to use. And once you start doing this, you will not be afraid and it will start to change your life. So you literally palm like this, make a little, I think you can see me pretty good here. And then you're just literally gonna give it a 1, 2, 3, like little mini shakes. And you're gonna end up with this, I don't know, it's too hard to show you, but I got a little puddle in my hand. I take the other hand, just come together. Once you do that, it stays, it sticks. So it's not gonna drip, it's not gonna fall down. And then you wanna press it into the skin. I'm gonna do a little bit here, just because my producer would be upset with me if I slam it all over my face right now. And don't forget your hands, because it's not applied, you don't want to waste it. So essence first, then put on your favorite serum afterwards. So speaking of game changer serum, okay, I know I'm a big activist when it comes to talking about vitamin C. So of course I'm always going to throw in the citrus and kale potency and E serum. Again, it's also waterless. It's very, very lightweight, much like the essence. So if you like multiple serums, you want to always start with your C and E first, and then you can apply any other serum afterwards. So think from light to rich will be your maximum. That will also be life-changing. If you're been mixing up your serums or putting on things that are lighter, and then after you put something on more heavy, that might be the reason why sometimes you are struggling with how it's setting or sitting on the skin. So if you flip that, if you go light to rich, that alone will be life-changing in your home care routine. So lightweight first, but an essential to skin is your C. Then you would go on to either a moisturizer or a secondary serum. If you are a really dry skin type, what will be life-changing for you is to add an additional serum and then a facial oil. Facial oils have a more density to them. They go into the skin very nice and quickly, and they give you your maximum right away, and you are more than welcome to put a moisturizer over the top or reverse it. So heavier moisturizer, then your facial oil. So that would be for my dry skin types. You're probably asking me, well, Nat, I don't have dry skin. I'm combo. Can I still use facial oils? Absolutely. My game changer, my essential facial oil for anyone who is more, let's say, on the oilier side, combination, leaning to more normal, but want to experience a facial oil, please reach out for our facial recovery oil. There's a few episodes you can take a look through the In the Mix and see me talk about that one in particular, but excellent for that. And then if you're from that normal reaching over to the dry side, then I would grab, I think I even have it here, yeah, the Rosehip Triple C&E Firming Oil. So just think about one's a bit lighter, one's a bit heavier, and then it can accommodate your skin type. And that alone will also be really changing your home care routine. And I think that would be it. And then, oh, shoot, haha. No, it's not, because what did I forget? Our eyes. Oh my gosh, eye cream. Okay, not a secret that I'm gonna tell you that my favorite game changer or things that changed my life is the hibiscus. I'll tell you why, because I love this rolly ball. Remember that rolly ball? This is gonna be cooling. It kind of gives the eye the massage. Beautiful for the morning. This is, I swear, if you just were out a little later than you anticipated and you got a little bit of puffiness in the eyes, or you're feeling a bit more sleepy, or it's allergy season, yep. You want this guy right here. So I'm gonna maybe, can you see that little ball there? You're gonna roll it around the eye. Ow, don't forget to go towards the tear duct. So you always wanna go around and this way, because that's the best way to reduce that puffiness in your eye. Then at night, you're probably wondering what it is, and then I'm always gonna reach for my marine flower peptide eye cream. Huge favorite of a lot of you out there. It is part of my home care every night. It's a little bit richer, but it gives you really, helps with minimizing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and who doesn't want that to happen? And then for, as I mentioned, we did the facial oils as your moisturizer, but please go for it. You can use products to sleep in. So we're thinking about night care product as well. Go for a sleep mask. If any of you are really dealing with some particular skin conditions, or you're really dry, and because your skin is quite dry, you see a lot of redness in your skin, I really find that using a sleep mask will really help that a lot when you wake up in the morning. And one of my favorite go-tos is the Yellow Sweet Clover Anti-Redness Mask. This is also part of the Biodynamic collection. I picked this one, and I know it's changed a lot of people's skin, is because it's so lightweight. It's light and rich. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it goes on like a cream. So it's not gonna feel sticky or tacky or really heavy on the skin, so it makes it a little bit easier to sleep with. So definitely consider something like that. Now you don't only have to be dry with this, with giving you redness because you're dry, but anybody can definitely benefit because it is effective for all skin types. So please just go for it. I guess the life-changing thing here is using a mask to sleep in. So that would be something interesting for all of you. And then the last but not least, I'm sure it's quite obvious, but please don't forget to wear your sunscreen, okay? So in the daytime, you wanna have that layer of SPF protection in the skin, and that is just a good rule to follow. And when you do that daily and you stay on top of it, that will also you really start to see the changes in your skin. So, that's it. Whew, that was quite a big one today, wasn't it? But a loaded question. I really hope that some of these products really are making you excited. Maybe you're rediscovering products you already have, and this gives you just a little bit of direction on really getting your skincare to the next level. So thanks again for joining. I'm Natalie with Eminence Organic Skincare, and don't forget that if you want to see more of these, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can get notifications when the next one is popping up. Again, Natalie with In the Mix, and I'll catch you next time.